this. I said it is nice to have people live when I can hear those sounds, because obviously when you're on Zoom, I can't hear a word or a noise. So it was nice, actually, even though they were making some strange sounds. Oh, sorry, see my feet. Right, so so I think I've sent all of you the late summer sheet. If I haven't, remind me. And I'm sorry if I didn't send. I've got out of the bit of a habit of sending out the recording. So if you don't get it the week, so what day is it today? So Tuesday. If you haven't had the recording by Thursday, just remind me, because I did have a system, and then because my system's gone all haywire because I'm teaching and I'm here, there, and everywhere, and school runs, I'm not quite as organised as I was. So if you don't get it, just probably by Thursday, someone just say, haven't had the recording. It's really easy to do, I just forget. So I'm sorry I didn't send it, but I will do. Anyway, so let's just sit, spread the toes, press down through your, you still can't see my feet, not that there's very much to see, but press down through the soles of your feet. We can just rest the hands on the tummy. So every element, every chakra, whatever, has a sound associated with it. So different sounds, like for example, Om has 3 different syllables within it that will vibrate with different places within the body. So Lam is the sound that vibrates with the earth element within the body, so root chakra. So what we could do is we could say silently to ourselves, make the sound Lam, it's L-A-M. So we could just let that sound, Lam, so you can hear it in your head, Lam. At the same time as you're noticing your breath. You're feeling the hand lift on the inhale, that's hearing the sound Lam. And releasing on the exhale with the sound Lam. A couple more breaths. And just resting your hands on your knees, opening your eyes, and we just start to make some little circular movements with the body. So as we were talking about last week, late summer is all about the stomach and the spleen. It's about nurturing. It's about the earth element. It's about slowing down a little bit, maybe be a little more reflective. So inhaling, coming forwards, exhaling, coming back. And then we can go the other way. And you can sliding the hands over your legs, perhaps as you move. So slow, if you make the movement really slow, you might notice your breath begins to slow. And then we can come back to the center, slowing it down, resting the hands on your tummy. And we'll take the little twist we were using last time. So we take the hands over to your left waist and you turn the head to your right. And then smooth the hands across your tummy as you turn the head to your left. So your hands are sweeping across the body, turn the head to your right. And then they come across the body as you turn your head to your left. So a couple more. Twist. And you twist. Come back to the middle. Release the arms. Take the left arm up. Have a little bend in the elbow and perhaps a little bend in your right elbow. And then just try twisting from here. So you've got a little bend in the elbows and you're just twisting the body to your right. And then you could swap hands. You could take the right hand up, little bend in the elbow, twisting to your left. So again, swapping sides, lift, and you twist. And then you swap. So you've got your right arm up, your left arm down, and twist. And again, swapping sides, twisting to your right. And the right hand comes up, left hand comes down as you twist your left. And again, swap sides, left arm up, right hand down, twist. Right hand up, left hand down, and you twist. Last one. Left hand comes up, right hand down, and bend in the elbows, twisting to your right. And then twist to your left. Come back to your center. Just rest your hands on your knees, and you can just drop your ear towards your shoulder. And come up and drop the ear to the other shoulder. Lift the head, drop your chin towards your chest. So as you do that, just relax the shoulders away from the ears. You might notice a stretch through the back of the neck. And then as you start to lift your shoulders, lift your chin. And then release the shoulders and then roll the shoulders. So talking about self-care and nurturing, I don't know if I mentioned, but the health food shop in Hazelmere, I know I mentioned it to the Alster group, they have on Thursday morning, they have 2 homeopaths in the shop. And it's you can just pop in and have a chat and have a free consultation. So if you're interested in homeopathy, or you've used it in the past and forgotten about it, they're really sweet. So a lady called Sylvia, so Change Direction. And she's an older woman. She's really gentle. In fact, she's really sweet. And they're in there on Thursday morning. So if you ever go into Hazelmere, it's a really nice shop anyway. It's a health food shop opposite the music shop. Way up. Anyway, come back to the center. And then we'll take another twist, but this time we're taking the hand onto your right hand onto your knee, left hand behind the back this time. So you're easing your shoulder back, easing the left leg towards the midline as you twist to your left. So keep the shoulders down, squeeze the shoulder blade towards your spine. And then come up and twist the other way. So you've got your left hand on your right knee, ease the right shoulder back, twist. And swapping sides. Right hand onto your left knee, twist to the left. Swap hands and twist to the right. And last 2, twisting to the left, easing the left shoulder back. And then again, twist to your right. And you uncurl back to the middle. So just notice how your spine is feeling up to those few little twists. And then we lift the chest, shoulders away from the ears. Spread the fingers. And then as your toes come down, you can see, maybe lift the heels as you lift the chest. And then as your heels come down, tuck the chin towards your chest, lift your toes. So you're lifting the heels, lifting your chest, spreading the fingers, heels come down, toes lift, chin towards your chest. So you're rounding, we're coming forwards and back, so flexing the spine forwards and back. Coming the other way, so chin towards your chest. And again, spread the fingers, lift the heel. Again, toes lift, chin to chest. And heels lift, lift your chest. And again. And you come back to a neutral spine. So it's interesting talking with these 2 new ladies in the last class. They do a lot of running and things, but which I used to do a lot of, and they said they found the yoga quite difficult. And it's because when we don't move naturally in quite a lot of these in a lot of these ways, which is what yoga does. It moves bits of the body that we might not normally move. So it's that's one of its joys, I suppose. And the connective tissue, if you remember, that's surrounding all your muscles and joints, it slides, the layers of it slide over each other. And when you don't move or twist or do whatever it might be, you get little fibers between the layers that start to get a bit sticky. So whenever you start to move, these layers are gliding over each other, and we can feel a little bit freer about movement. Anyway, lifting. And then we exhale. As you fall forward, remember, tummy button to spine, and you might just rest your forearms above your knees, or you might bring the crown of the head towards the floor. And then as you start to come up, push into the feet, glide the fingers up the insides of the legs. You could come up to the side of the body, perhaps take the hands over to your, under your opposite armpits. This is the end of the spleen meridian. You can rub the points there a little bit. And then we take the arms out to the side. We haven't done our flow for a couple of weeks. We did it yesterday in class. I think we might do it today. So we're lifting, really gently, just lifting your left knee towards your nose. And then extending the left leg, take the arms out to the side. The heel comes down to the ground, the hands come to your center. You're drawing your toes back towards you, feeling feeling any sensation in that left leg. How does that feel? And then you take the arms up, tummy button to spine again as you bring the body forwards. And you could slide the hands up the leg as you take the arms up and you lift your knee. The foot comes down and the hands come to your center. So again, arms are coming out to the side. Right knee is lifting towards your nose. Extend your leg forward, take the arms up. Drop the heel towards the ground and the hands towards your chest. So drawing the right toes back, and just notice any sensation in that right leg as you take the arms up. And put a little bend in the elbows, just make it really soft, folding forward, tummy button to spine again, coming down as far as feels comfortable. And then you could sweep the hands up the right leg as you start to lift the knee, take the arms out. And the foot comes down to the ground and the hands to your center. So again, the arms are floating out. Knees lifting towards your nose. The leg extends forwards. The arms lift. The heel drops down and the hands come to your center. So again, drawing the toes back. See how this feels. Take the arms up. Bringing length through the side of the body, folding forwards. And then sweeping the hands again up the leg as you lift the knee, take the arms out. The foot comes down, the hands to your center. And again, arms lifting, knee lifting. Leg extending forwards, arms are coming out. The heel, right heel comes down towards the ground, the hands to your center. The arms lift. And you flow towards your right leg. The hands are sweeping up the leg. The knee lifts, the arms come out. The foot comes down, the hands to your center. You see what's happening to your breath. We'll do one more round. Arms come out, wrists are soft. Knee comes to your nose. Arms come out to the side. You could just swivel the wrists a couple of times. Heel comes down, hands to your center. Sweep the arms up. Fold the body forwards. Inhaling, sweeping the hands up the leg as the knee lifts, the arms come out. The foot comes down, the hands to your center. So last time on the right, take the arms out. Lift your knee. Take the leg forwards. Again, you could swivel the wrists one way and then the other. The heel comes down, the hands come to your center, spread the fingers, thumbs resting on your middle of your chest. The arms come up. The body folds forwards. Sweep the hands up the leg. Lift the knee. Take the arms out to the side. And the hands to your center. Just check in with your breath and the sensations in your body. And then we do our connecting heaven and earth with the right arm and your left leg. So pushing up with, oh, you swap places on my screen, that's weird. Pushing up with the top hand, down with the lower. Very disconcerting. And then swap sides. Lift. And again, so we're lifting, energizing the left leg, pushing out through the heel, finding length through the right side of your body. And again, you lift. So remember, the energy pathways for the spleen and the stomach run through the legs, inside seam of the leg and through the front of the leg onto the little toe. And again, lift. So we keep this knee lifted, the hands come down, and we just push out through the heel, spread your toes wide, and then point your toes. And then just feel the stretch through the top of the foot, maybe even traveling up into your shin, and then flex the foot. So try not to let your back slump, keep the spine long. Pointing the toes, feeling the stretch through the top of the foot, through the shin, flexing, drawing your toes back towards you, stretching the skin on the sole of your foot. Point, and you flex, and then we swivel the ankle. So enjoying this movement in our ankle. Again, this is one of those movements you probably wouldn't do naturally, kind of move your ankle. So stopping our ankles from getting stiff, and then go the other way. Lorna, you keep moving on my screen. You're in the middle now. It's like one of those chess games. You're kind of moving. I don't know how that's happening. And then lift your right knee. So you can keep the toes on the ground as you swivel your some circles, or you can pick this leg up. So to see what kind of movement you can make, a little circling movement with the leg. And then go the other way. And then we could try rocking the baby. So wherever you could hold onto this leg, you might be here. You might just be holding onto the leg, but just it's a slightly different movement. So you're just wriggling your kind of right leg a little bit. See what kind of movement you could get in your hip. So no discomfort if it could be a tiny little movement like this, but just see what that feels like. So you can just experiment, see how this leg wants to feel. And then there are two options. You can take your foot onto your knee, or you can cross the ankles. So wherever you are though, this knee is above the ankle. This knee is coming away from the body. And then you could, if you wanted, if it's foot's down here, you have to reach forward a little bit, but just slide the hand up the inside of the leg again, up the side of the body, resting the hand underneath your armpit. So spleen, it's a 26th point, I can't remember. And then you take the hand behind the back. So the hand is elbows bent, you're easing your shoulder back. And then just feeling the movement underneath both hands as you breathe. You're breathing into the back of the body, into the side body. Easing that right shoulder back. And so when you untwist back to the center, you could perhaps just take that hand to your shoulders, sweep the hand across your body. And then you do the other shoulder when you're there, just bring the hand across your body. And then resting the hands on your chair, flexing this foot. So again, either leg option is fine, lifting your chest, tummy button to spine, and we just fold the body forward a little bit, relaxing the head. So as you come up, tummy button to spine, lifting your chest, head's the last thing to lift, shoulder blades are squeezing together, Exhale, folding forwards. And then again, lifting up. And then holding it here for a second. So chest is lifted, shoulder blades are squeezed together and down your spine, and then squeezing your knees together or thighs together. And then I can't remember if anyone likes this, but you could try wrapping this foot around your leg, so which would be eagle legs, so Garandasana legs. Or you could be here or you could be here. And then to the twist from here, again, you've got your hand on your knee, you've got the other hand behind the back, you're easing your shoulder back again as you twist to your right. Okay, now you're feeling the breath in the back of the body underneath your right hand, squeezing the thighs together, or squeezing them towards each other if your ankles are crossed. And then as you come back towards the center, we can unravel the legs, pick this right leg up, perhaps. Maybe it's coming across as an angle across the body, and then we can take the right arm out to the side. Try not to slump in your chair. Root down through your sit bones, thinking about length through your spine. And then as the foot comes down, you can come into gate pose. So we're taking the body, the bottom onto the edge of the chair, so it's a bit more comfortable. We've got this left knee above the ankle, the right leg is straight again. Spread your toes. So just with the legs, to see how this is feeling, just by pushing down through the feet. If you feel that this leg is, well, this isn't comfortable, so you have a bend in this knee. If you have a straight leg, try and push a little bit more into the baby toe edge of that right foot. So you might have a sensation through the inside seam of this leg before we even move. And you might, so you're pushing into this, lifting your left toes, press down through the soles of the feet. So this leg is feeling quite strong. You're pushing into the foot, you're finding length through the spine. You're taking your left arm up. So you've got length through the side of your body, through the left side of your body. And then we're sliding the right hand down the leg as you ease the left shoulder back a little. Relax the right shoulder as you reach over to your right. And you might feel comfortable taking the gaze towards your left palm. And then coming up, we rest the hand on the chair, point your toes. We did this last time. You've got the right toes are pointing, taking your right arm overhead. There's a diagonal line from your toes to your fingers. And you're reaching through the fingers and you're pointing the toes. You can feel the extension through the right side of your body. And then as you come up, you can drop the foot, and then we can take our warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. So you might need to change the position on your chair. So this involves taking this knee out a bit further towards the side. So try not to lean sideways. Try if you can to keep the hips above your shoulders. If it's not comfortable, just bring the knee back in a little bit. But play around with this to see how it feels. And then what you're doing is you're almost externally rotating. You could use the hands to rotate your thighs kind of that way, your inner thighs. So there's slightly more sensation probably through the inside seam of this leg. This foot you can play around with. You can either have it pointed or you can have the toes turning in, and your body is upright and the knee is above your ankle. So, but if it's not comfortable, again, have a bend in the knee, bring this foot a bit closer in, and the arms will then come out to the side. So we're in this shape. You're reaching through the fingers, you're turning the head to your left. Check that your arms are in a straight line. Flip the hand over, slide the hand down the leg again as you reach this time over to your right, and you ease your left shoulder back and you relax your right shoulder again. And then again, forearm just resting above your knee, and then the right arm coming up and over again, so straight or diagonal line from right toes to fingers. Gazing up at your right thumb. And then as you come up, bending this knee. So coming to a horse stance where your legs are equidistant from the midline. So again, the knees are coming out towards the side. So if it's not comfortable, just wriggle them back closer together. The knees are coming out towards the side. You can spread the toes to start. In fact, that gives me cramp when I do that. So see what that does, just lifting the toes. So you can rest the hands on your tummy. Oh, sorry, isn't it? Lifting the toes makes a difference to me. And then feel the breath. Squeeze the knees back together. You might need to come a bit further forward onto your chair. So this seated version of Baddha Konasana, with the soles of the feet together, the hands are inside the knees. So you're sitting tall, and then you're squeezing the knees towards the midline. The hands then come to the outside of the knees. The feet will open up. The knees will come out towards the side with resistance from this hand. You're not just flopping out, you're pushing against the hands. And then again, squeeze the knees back together. Again, hands come to the outside, let the knees drop fairly evenly if you can, and then squeeze back to the middle. Take the feet flat to the floor, and then just check in again with one side of the body versus the other. So can you notice any difference, or you still feeling coordinated, level? We'll do the other side. Anyway, so you're going to take your left leg up and then point your toes. So as you point, you're feeling the stretch through the top of the foot, maybe even traveling up into your shin, and then you flex, spreading the toes, spread the skin on the sole of your foot, point, and you flex. And try not to slump, keep finding length through the spine, point, shoulders down, and you flex. And then we could circle the ankle. Try not to move the leg too much, the movement's just coming in the ankle. And then we can go the other way. And then as we stop, just drawing that knee towards us. And then again, you can hold underneath the knee, you can make little tiny circles, you can make great big circles with the leg, with the left leg. And you can swing the other way. And then we can try picking this leg up. So just holding it however feels comfortable. And then see what kind of movement you get. Just swiveling the leg from side to side. You might be up here, or you might just be a little tiny movement here. A range of movement have you got today in that hip? And then we can either cross the ankles or ankle to knee. And it might feel very different this side. This hip might be a lot more open before. So you can be here, you can be here. And then you could reach down with your right fingers, coming up the inside of the leg, take the hand underneath your back, take the other hand behind the back and twist to your left. As you come back to center, just take the hand onto your shoulder and then just sweep the hand across the body and the other shoulder. Sweep the hand across to the opposite rib, hips rather. And then wherever you are with your legs, again, the knee is dropping out, your foot is flexed if it's lifted, your shoulders are down, pulling up on the pelvic floor, chest is lifted, and then you fold forwards. So coming up. And coming forwards. So I was reading something yesterday, they're saying that a smile improves your digestion. Which I took away and say it must have some effect on, I think it's because the smile affects the stomach meridian. Anyway, so coming forward. So I thought we'd do smile meditation today. So coming forward. And then lifting up. So holding it here for a second, let the knee drop away, lift your chest. And then the option with the legs, either crossing the knees or cross the ankles. And then the other option is if your legs are crossed, you can't, maybe somebody might have to wrap your foot around. So again, we've got the right hand on your left knee, the left hand behind the back, finding length along. You can always use the hand to kind of create length along your spine. So you're smoothing the hand along your spine, and then you're twisting. And then you're untwisting, and you're extending your left leg, holding it with your right hand, and taking your left arm out. And then you come back to the middle, take the feet flat to the floor. So again, just checking in with one side of the body to the other before we slide the leg out, and we'll try gate pose on this side. So finding a comfortable place on your chair, taking the left leg straight out to the side, right knee above the ankle, spread the toes, push down through the edge of your left foot. Spreading the toes, take the hand onto your leg, take the right arm up, reaching over to your left. So relaxing your left arm, it's a little wobble. So this arm is really relaxed. You're taking this arm overhead, easing that right shoulder back a little. So you've now got openness through the right side of your body, and then you're feeling as opening through the seam, where the spleen meridian flows through the inside seam of your leg. And then as the hand comes down, point your toes, take the arm up and over. So you're reaching through the fingers. You could gaze up at your thumb. And then as the hand comes down, we'll try our version of warrior two, seated version of warrior two. So this leg is coming out to the side. So you might need to shuffle around into your chair. So you're taking the knee out to the side. You're experimenting with this foot, your left foot, see where it wants to rest. You can have a bend in the knee, remember, if it's not very comfortable. So just see how that feels. So this knee is pointing straight out towards your right toes. So pushing down through the feet as you take the arms up. So as you root down through your feet, you almost have a sense of lightness through the body. Relax the shoulders. Gaze towards the middle finger of your right hand. And then flip that hand over, slide the hand down the leg and reach as you gaze up at your top thumb. And then coming to reverse, we take the forearm just above the knee, and then we take the arm up and over. And again, the hand comes down. You can bend this knee, again, come into a full stance on this side. Just take the knees out to the side. So sitting tall. I just had a thought actually. Joan was saying about her goddaughter and her granddaughter in New York. I've got an aunt in America. I'm going to send her a recording so she can do an English yoga class in North Carolina. That'd be fun. Anyway, so ease the knees out to the side. Find length along your spine. Rest your forearm again on your thigh, and we just bend over to the side. And then we come the other way. And again, up and over, coming over to the right. Up and over to your left. And two more. Keep pushing down through the feet, pulling up on the pelvic floor. And last time, up and over. As the hand releases down to your legs, squeeze the knees back together, come back to a neutral position here, spreading the toes. Again, just checking in with your breath for a moment, any sensations in your body. And we'll come to stand. Coming to the side of your chair, I'll just change my camera a teeny bit. So coming up. Oops, sorry. This camera angle is always a thing. So you've got your feet hip distance apart. Your knees are pointing towards your second and third toes. You're spreading your toes, lift them, and then just check that you've got equal weight through your feet. So we often tend to kind of take the weight more into one foot than the other. So see if you can have a sense of pushing down evenly through the feet. As if you were standing in wet sand, you'd be making equally deep footprints with both feet. So you're pushing into this imaginary sand. You've got the knees pointing straight ahead. You're spreading your toes. And then just rock the pelvis forwards and back. Relax the shoulders for the openness across the chest. So keep this soft bend in the knees. Try not to lock the knees. You can take the hands onto your waist and just wriggle the hips in one direction. And then go the other way. You come back to your neutral position. So this is Tadasana, mountain pose. So just checking in, see how this feels. And then as we lift the arms, lift your heels. And then as you drop the heels, you're going to take your left hand down your right arm and bring your right hand to your left shoulder. Your arms across. Then we're just sweeping the hands across your tummy, down your legs as you bend your knees. If you can reach, you can take the fingers off your little toes and then you sweep up the inside of the leg. So as you come up, remember to push into your feet, sweeping the arms up, lifting your heels again. And then as you drop the heels, this time we'll take the right hand down your left arm. The left hand comes to your right shoulder. We then sweep the hands again across your tummy, slide the hands down your legs, off the little toes, and then coming up the inside of the legs, lifting the arms, lifting your heels. So we do two more, dropping the heels, the left hand comes down your right arm, right hand comes to your shoulder, hands then sweep across your tummy. The hands glide down the outside front of your legs, come off the little toes, and then as you're coming up, you're sweeping the fingers up the front of the body, taking the arms up again as you lift your heels. And so this time you've got the left hand coming down your right arm, the right hand coming to your left shoulder, sweeping the hands again across the body, sliding the hand down your legs, off your little toes again, and then sweeping up, pushing into the feet, tummy button to spine as you come up. Keep the heels down this time. Take the arms out to the side, lift your chest, and come back to your center. And just give the arms a little shake. And remembering our cross crawl. So this is just one of those things to do. I do this in the shower actually, which is probably not very clever, but so you can just elbow to knee. And then stop. So checking in with your body. And you're just going to lift hold on to the chair, lift your left knee. Actually try and keep the toe, if you're too wobbly, in fact, just keep the toes on the ground. So we're going to start with a twist. So have the hands in front of you. So either lift the knee, as we're going to turn the hands away. So it's a bit hard to hold onto the chair. And then we twist to the left. So if your wobbly toes can stay down. So as you're twisting, your hips stay facing forwards and you're easing that left shoulder back a little. And then as you untwist, now you can hold onto the chair, you can lift your knee. So as you lift the knee, drawing up through this right leg, so pushing down through the foot, imagining you're growing a couple of inches. So as you push through the foot, you're lifting up through your torso, and then you're easing that knee a little way out to the side. So if it's not comfortable, it might just come out a few inches, or it might be all the way out to the side. And then the other option, of course, is to take the hand off the chair. But everyone, just turn your head to your right. And then the knee can come across your body. So if you've got a chair there, you can always pop the foot onto the chair, but you're taking the knee across. if that's comfortable. Again, it might be a tiny movement, and then you're taking the left arm out to the side, shoulders relaxed, looking over your middle finger of your left hand. So that when the knee comes back to the middle, extend your leg forwards, draw the toes back towards you, and bend your right knee and drop your heel onto the ground. So right knee is bent, left leg is straight, drawing the toes back towards you, and sort of a mini version of scooping the water. Just reach down towards your left toes, straighten your right leg, take the arms up, and come into a little back bend. And then as you come back to the middle, take the hands to your center, hop the foot back towards you, and see if you could come onto the top of your foot. So you want to have, so depending on what the floor situation is like under you, this might not be very nice, but you could try just turning your toes under and coming onto the top of your foot, having a little, this for some people is horrible, so I'm sorry. And then the other thing some of you might be able to do is to take your big toe forwards. Again, that's not everybody's favorite thing to do. And then if you let go of the foot, you give us a shake, and then just step your foot over to the right. So your thighs are crossed, hands are on your waist. Spread the soles of the feet, squeeze the thighs together. So the more you squeeze your thighs together, Gina, the more balanced you'll feel. And if you spread your toes, so squeeze the thighs. And if the feet are a bit wider apart, if your feet are really close together, that's quite wobbly. But if your feet are a bit wider apart, you've got a slightly broader base and you won't feel quite so wobbly probably. So you could just hold it here, squeezing the thighs together. You could hold onto the chair. And then you could twist to your left. And then as you untwist, the little balance from here is either keeping toes on the floor, really lightly on the floor, or taking the ankle above your knee and easing that knee away from you and bending the knee. So you can hold on. You can bend your right knee and you can maybe take one hand or two hands to the chest. Now, some of you might be able to bend really low, all the way down here, and some of you might be a tiny little bend. But wherever you are, just try and see if this knee can ease away. If you can flex the foot, if your toes are on the floor, again, you're just easing the knee out to the side. And then as you release, you can take this knee up. Let's just swing the leg a little bit. Swing the leg the other way. And then we're going to step that left leg back into warrior one. So warrior one, you've got the hips facing forwards, you've got the knee is above the ankle, and you're rooting down through the feet. So you might need to take the feet a bit wider apart so the hips face forwards. And then you can sweep the arms up, keeping the front knee bent. And then you can straighten the leg and bring your hands to your chest. And then you could swivel yourself around so that you're facing me. So to swivel around if you're not, you might want to swivel around to face me, Chris. Or it doesn't matter. Your hands are on your hips to start, finding length along the spine, and then pulling up on the pelvic floor, folding the body forwards a little. So you're just in a halfway lift. The elbows are drawn back. You're feeling a sense of openness across the chest. And as you start to bend your left knee, the right leg is straightened. You might just rest your hands just above your knee. And then you come up and over to the other side, bending your right knee and straightening the left. And you come back to the middle, take the hand back to your waist. You're still in this sort of halfway fold, tummy button to spine, pulling up on the pelvic floor. Bring yourself to an upright position. 2 feet back to hip distance apart. And while we're on the side, we'll take a tree pose. You know, we haven't done one for a couple of weeks. We're going to take your, just to make you happy, take your left foot against your right. All the toes can be on the ground. So if your toes are on the ground, you can then experiment with having quite a deep bend at the base of your toes. So you've got the foot is resting on the heel is resting on your leg, the toes flat to the floor, or you can have the foot on the leg. This knee is coming out to the side, one hand or two hands at your chest. So you're drawing up, remember, through your right leg. Your left knee is coming out to the side. And if you wobble, just hold on. And then we can take the arms. Oh, I've moved again. Everyone's moved. Oh, Lord, how funny. The hands come back to your chest. The knee comes forwards, the foot comes down, and you come back to your mountain pose. And we'll go around to the other side. If you're using a chair, to the other side of your chair. Oh, Lorna's raised her hand. I don't know, are you saying anything, Lorna? Oh, my Lord. There's all sorts. You're all shuffling up. Chris is the only person that stayed in the same position, I think. No, actually, the bottom row hasn't moved. Just the top two rows are moving around. So we're lifting this knee. Hands in front of the tummy. All toes can be on the floor. Turn the hands away from you as you twist to your right. Problem is, I don't know all the stuff that Zoom can do, but I know you can do things like raise your hand and all sorts of stuff, sharing screens and all sorts of that sophisticated for Zoom. So come back to the center. Take the hand to the chair. Now ease your knee out to the right. So drawing up on this left leg. So this might be here, or it might be right out to the side. You could try flexing the foot, see how that feels. Turning the head to your left. And then you're lifting perhaps your left hand. And then the knee, if it's okay for your hip, is coming across the body, and you take your right hand out to the side. And you come back to the middle, hands can rest on your waist, you can extend the leg forwards. Try not to lean back, so try and keep the body upright. And then as you bend your knee, drop your right heel to the ground. As you reach down a little way towards your right toes, the toes come down, the back heel lifts, the arms sweep up. Come back to your center, bend the knee, perhaps you could turn the foot over. You might want to rest the hands on your waist. You could have a little wriggle if it's comfortable on the top of your foot, really lightly. Some movement in your toes, and then some of you might be able to take your big toe forwards. I can't see anybody's feet apart from Chris. And then we could step the foot across. Again, give the toes a little, you could scrunch the toes up a little bit, and then rest the toes, spread the toes wide. Hands come to your waist. So the thighs are squeezed together. So your feet are wide enough apart, you've got a solid base. If you wanted, you could lift the back heel, hold on to the chair if you wanted, and you're twisting, squeezing thighs together to your right. Easing the right shoulder back. And then come back to the middle. Our balance from here now is right toes on the floor or right ankle on your left knee. Bending that knee, one hand or two hands at your chest. So some of you might be able to come really low with this. And some of you might be here. So, or you might be here. So whichever one. And smile and breathe. And release the leg. And then you could just put the hand on the hip and you could swing the leg. And swing the leg the other way. And we're going to take the right leg back into our warrior one. So the leg is coming back, the front knee is bending, Your hips are facing forwards, your shoulders are above the hips, spread the toes to start. This leg is strong, so the straight leg is strong. You're pushing firmly through the sole of your foot, you're pushing down through the sole of your left foot. So finding this strong warrior position, equal weight through the feet, and then we take the arms up. And as you draw up through the standing leg, the hands come to your center, swivel around on that right foot. So you can swivel the feet, and then this time take the feet out to the side. So you can come into our standing horse stance. So knees coming out to the side, we could rest the hands on your tummy. We did sitting, and then we'll take a couple of breaths here. And with every exhale, you might notice, try and make sure your knees are equidistant, taking your body a little bit closer towards the ground. One more breath. And then as you start to lift up, heel, toe your feet, hip distance apart, come back to your mountain pose. And we'll have a little shake, and a little bounce, and a little wiggle, shake the arms. You could exhale through the mouth if you wanted to with a one more breath. Stop. And then just notice how you're feeling. You might have sensation in your hands or your feet, your legs. And then we'll just bring ourselves to rest. So however you would like to rest, seated, lying. And so I thought we might practice the smile meditation today. And a nice thing to do on a slightly grey day anyway. Sip of my orange tea. As you bring yourself to rest. So you're finding yourself in a comfortable resting position, whatever that might look like, and make yourself warm. If you need cushions, if you're lying down, whatever you might need. If you're sitting in the chair, though, try not to let your back kind of slump. So still keep this sense of length through your spine. Closing the eyes. And bringing awareness to your breath. Breath in and out through your nose. And as you rest, you'll notice your breath begin to slow. And as your breath begins to slow, you can just drop a little deeper into relaxation. And then just become aware of your body, aware of your physical body resting. So you might notice the feet against the earth. You might notice the body supported by your chair or by the ground, depending on what you're doing. Just feel the support beneath your body. And then we relax the body. We relax the back of the body, the soles of the feet and the heels and the calf muscles. Backs of the knees and the backs of the thighs. And then we release any tightness in the hips and the pelvis, softening there. Just have a sense of broadening across your back, the lower back and the middle back and the upper back. And then a sense of a lengthening along your spine. Relax the back of the neck, the back of the head, the backs of the arms, and the backs of the hands. So the back of the body is resting. And then we notice the softening along the front of the body through the tops of the feet and the toes. The softening through your shins and the fronts of the knees, the fronts of the thighs. Relaxing the inner thighs and the outer thighs. And the softness through your torso, through the abdomen and across your chest. Maybe noticing the expansiveness through your whole body as you breathe. And your shoulders are dropping away from your ears. As you relax the fronts of the arms, the palms of the hands, all the way to your fingertips. And you relax your throat, the sides of your neck. Bring awareness to your jaw and release any tightness or tension you might be holding on to in your jaw. Relaxing your tongue. Allow the lips to pass a little bit. Relax your cheeks and the eyes, the eyeballs and the eyelids and the corners of the eyes. And you notice smoothness across your forehead. As you relax the crown of the head. So the front of the body is resting and the whole body is now resting. As we allow the body to smile. A little smile coming onto your lips. And the smile spreading across your face to your cheeks and your eyes. So that your whole head is smiling. And this feeling of smiling then travels down to your heart. Feel your inner smile filling your heart. And then the smile starts to radiate through your body, filling all the organs within the abdomen, the spleen and the kidneys, whatever. All the organs within your body are filled with your inner smile. Your liver. Feel this smile traveling through your whole body, through your torso, your arms, your legs. As your whole body smiles. How does it feel for your body to smile? Your whole body smiling. From the tips of your toes to the crown of your head, front and back, side to side. And then this feeling of smiling is radiating out from your heart center to everybody you love. And you can let this feeling of smiling spread to everyone practicing yoga with you today. As your whole body smiles. And let this feeling of smiling sink deep down into your body so that every cell of your body is smiling. How does it feel for your whole body to smile? Your body resting and smiling. And we bring awareness back to our physical body, resting and smiling. Feel your body supported by the earth. Feel the air against your skin. Notice sounds in the distance or a little closer. The sound of your breath. And then as your breath starts to deepen, the energy starts to flow around your body, through your arms and through your legs. Start to move the body a little, wiggling the shoulders, however you would like to move. If you're lying down, drawing your knees up towards you so that you can rock a little bit before rolling onto your right side. And then if you're on the floor, bringing yourself up to a seated position. And we just rest our hands on our tummy. And we take 3 slow breaths. So as you inhale, feel the expansion through your body. And you exhale, release a little. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, release. And last time. And take the hands above your head, spread your fingers. Imagine you're drawing energy down through your hands, filling your whole body with love and joy, compassion. And gathering all that energy up and bringing it to your heart. And your hands to prayer pose. Have a very lovely day. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste, all of you. Thank you, thank you. I'll stop the recording.